Right then guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. You've caught me here with a pint in hand, just finished work, and it's breaking news that Newcastle are interested in Nick Pope. I mean, I say breaking news, Sky Sports are reporting it this afternoon that Newcastle are interested. Obviously Burnley have gone down and Eddie Howe seems very interested in bringing in a new goalkeeper. I've spoken about this in a few previous videos. I think for me, Dubravka is still a very good number one. My issue is that Darlow and Gillespie are just a big step behind. I think that for Darlow to step in as number two for maybe a game or two, maybe a cup game, I think that's all right. My worry is, and we know Dubravka has injury issues, should Dubravka potentially get injured or is unable to feature in a number of games, are we trusting Darlow? I definitely like the idea of potentially bringing in another goalkeeper, someone to, first of all, rival Dubravka for that number one spot, but second of all, just bring that little bit more safety in a number two. And I think Nick Pope's a good shout. I mean, a lot of this, I think, is coming out because originally we were linked with Dean Henderson, a player who is seemingly going to Nottingham Forest for 20 million. I mean, wow, that is some fee for him. And I mean, he's obviously a good goalkeeper. There's a reason we were linked with him as well. Originally, it was meant to be a loan to Newcastle, which I would have ripped their arm off for that, to be honest, because I think, again, he would have challenged Dubravka for that number one spot. It would be a loan deal, so we're not paying anything. See how he gets on, and then maybe sign him at the end of the season. But no, that seems to not be what Manchester United want. They want to sell him on a permanent. That's why he's now being linked with Nottingham Forest. And it seems, according to Sky, according to a few reports online, that we are now making a move for Nick Pope. Let me know what you think about Nick Pope down below. If I'm honest, I think Nick Pope's better than Henderson. So I don't mind this one at all, to be honest. Is he better than Dubravka? I'm unsure. I think it's 50-50. I think, again, one thing Eddie Howe wants to do also is not only try and strengthen that position, try to create a little competition in that goalkeeping spot. What he also wants to do is bring a keeper in who's slightly better with his distribution. You talk about bringing Dan Burn in as a centre-back. Very good football playing centre-back. Not scared to move the ball out the back, not scared to make the pass. He's not turning around and kicking it back. He's not hoofing it away. Same with Shaw. I think Shaw was almost the ready-made centre-back for what Eddie Howe wants coming in to a Newcastle side. He wants someone who is confident on the ball, happy to bring the ball out. And I just think that Dubravka, he's okay on the ball. I just think Eddie Howe's just looking for that little bit more. And I think that, again, I wouldn't necessarily say that Nick Pope is the best football playing centre-back, but I would say that he's all right. And I think he's possibly a step up on Dubravka in that section of his game. I mean, in terms of shot stopping, you can look back at Dubravka for the last few years and say he's possibly one of the best shot stopping goalkeepers the Premier League's had for the last 4 or 5 years. So to sit here and say that that's the reason for his replacement would be extremely harsh. But I can see why we're in that department. Try to create a bit of competition, and again, just improve that section of the field in general. I mean, you look at Freddie Woodman, it looks like he is going to head out to Preston. He's only got 1 year left on his deal. It's a rumoured loan to Preston, but I think he will go there and probably never come back. You look at Dan Langley, the youngster. Could he potentially step in as maybe a third choice keeper? I don't know if he's really ready to be making that step up to second or even challenging for first. Look at Gillespie, who's really kind of there to make up the numbers. So, and then again, Darlow. I think Darlow's okay. I think Darlow's been a good servant to the club, but there's a reason why Dubravka plays every game. And there's a reason why as soon as Dubravka comes back from injury, he immediately takes Darlow's place. Like that, there hasn't been a time when Darlow's played, and yes, he's played good games. If anything, Darlow gets a fright. When Dubravka is fit, it's almost like as soon as there's pressure, he can't perform anymore. So I think it's a good thing that we're in the market for a keeper. Again, I've spoken about this already. It isn't my number one priority. I'm looking at strikers. I'm looking at centre-backs. I'm looking at right-wingers, to be honest. Goalkeeper is not my priority, but it seems to be on Eddie Howe's list. You know, look back to January. we were linked with goalkeepers in January, so it's clearly a position he wants to strengthen. And I do think that Nick Pope would be a good one. I'm seeing fees at the moment for around 10, 12 million, which, again, I don't know if we're getting a deal out of that because they've just been relegated, because potentially he's wanting to move back to a Premier League club. And I'd be surprised if there's not more than just us interested, because he is a good goalkeeper. Again, he's been linked with England call-ups, playing for England as well. He's a very tall lad as well, so can pretty much stand in the goal and touch the crossbar, which is always a good start for a keeper. So yeah, I don't imagine we are the only club linked, but let me know your thoughts on Nick Pope down below. Do you think he's better than Dubravka to start things off? If we signed him, would you put him in straight at number one? Do you think it's just to create that competition? Do you think it's because his distribution is better than Dubravka? Or is it just to try and strengthen that area of the pitch again? My trust in Darlow is a little bit low. Is bringing Nick Pope in just to help with the numbers there? So there's a few options for you. Is he better? Is it to create competition? Or is it to just strengthen that area of the pitch? Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, guys. Subscribe. Do not miss a video in the future, and drop a like if you've enjoyed. And I'll catch you later.